Hey guys, welcome to Itza Nails and Beauty. If you guys want to see how I created this nail design, please stay tuned and I will show you how I achieved it. But before we start, I would like to invite you to subscribe to my channel. That way you'll get notified every time I upload a new video. And in order to do that, make sure you click the little bell right next to the subscribe button. That way YouTube will notify you each time I do upload something new. Now, on with the video. So this set of nails is based or inspired on the Beauty and the Beast movie that is coming out this Friday, the 17th of March. And if it's a little tidbit that you might not know, one of my very strong passions besides acrylic nails is Disney. Everything Disney, including Beauty and the Beast. So I decided to do a merging of both worlds into a set of nails. So that's what I decided to do based on the Beast outfit and Belle's dress, and of course the Enchanted Rose. So for the Enchanted Rose, I started with a little bit of loose acrylic right here that you see me setting aside, and that's because I'm not going to use a lot of it, so I didn't want to do a full-on mix. Since I was just going to be using a very little amount of glitter, I didn't really want to create a whole mix for it. So I just put a little glitter aside, and then what I do is grab a very small wet bead of acrylic, and it's going to be like a little glitter wash. So I dip that wet bead of acrylic and just wash it over the acrylic nail. And then I based it, see here in this picture that I took on our very first trip to Walt Disney World that we took on September 2016. By the way, if you guys want to go see the vlogs, I'll be linking them in the cards right up at the top. I would really love it if you guys support me. That's another channel that I have, by the way, that's pure Disney. If you guys love Disney, I would really love to have you over there. But I showed you briefly a dried flower, which is a decoration commonly used in acrylic nails. And further on the video, I'll actually show you how I worked with this decoration, because working with dried flower is very delicate, but it's perfect for what I was trying to achieve, which is like it's supposed to simulate the enchanted flower losing its leaves. And now I'm cutting what actual rose decal and putting it in water for only about 20 seconds, and that's enough to have it release from the paper backing, and then just applying it directly on the nail. And then with this Q-tip, what I'm doing is just putting it in place and drying the excess water. Now if you struggle with it like I did, you can add a little bit of glue around the edges of the decal, not on the decal over on top itself. Otherwise, since it's very delicate, you can actually erase or kind of like melt off the color, and then you'll end up with nothing. So just around the edges of the decal. That's why I like to leave a very little edge. Since it's transparent, you won't really see it once it's applied and everything's set. So that's why I go around, and I know I'm out of frame, but you'll see it. And then when I am encapsulating the decal, I have to make sure that I grab a semi-dry bead of acrylic. Well, the acrylic is drier than normal, not runny, because if there's too much monomer in that acrylic bead, it's going to also deteriorate the decal and melt the color away. So you want to get it a little bit drier than normal so that there's not too much monomer and it doesn't melt off the colors of your decal. So that's what you see me do here. And now I'm going to be using this yellow pigment that I made, this yellow acrylic pigment that I made, and this is of course to simulate or inspired by Belle's yellow ball gown dress. And I hope this is spot on. It has a little bit of shimmer, just like Belle's dress in the movie, original and the remake, I believe. And I applied that on my pinky and on my thumb, on both hands. And I made this blue acrylic mix to base it off on the Beast blue coat that he uses here with Belle, as you saw in the picture. So hopefully it's spot on. Okay, so previously I know I didn't show you how is it that I worked with the dried flowers, so here it is. Basically, the dried flowers are very delicate and they break off very easily, so it's perfect for what I wanted to achieve. I just got some tweezers and I break the little leaves off because they look perfect. They look like little rose petals that are falling off. And so that's what I wanted to have them look like, you know, like the enchanted flower is losing its roses. So I'm just going to break these off carefully, so that try to break them off as whole as possible. And then I'm going to do that glitter wash that I showed you before. I didn't want it to have too much glitter, so that's why I get a very wet bead, so I can, if I put too much, I can easily just push it away with the wet brush, which is what I do here, as you can tell. And then if your first bead of acrylic with glitter hasn't dried, you can actually just go in directly and apply the petals, but I waited a little bit too much. So if that happens, you can just get another tiny wet bead of acrylic and then grab the petals and then just adhere them to wherever you want. And what I'm doing is just putting them where I think it's gonna look like they're falling off of the decal rose. And so then I apply that after since I already showed you how to apply the decal, I don't have to do that again. Filed, shaped, buffed, did all the fun stuff, and then I also went ahead and added some detail to simulate even more their outfits. So I did some of this polished stamping nail art. So I grabbed my stamping plate and I thought this would be perfect for those little swirl details on the Beast coat. If you can see on the picture, you can tell he has some silver details on his coat, and I thought it was spot on. Now for Belle's dress, you can barely tell, but there's some yellow details at the end of her dress. So I know on the nails you can't really tell. In person you can tell a little bit more, but in the picture I put a little clip where you can kind of tell a little bit. But anyways, this is the final set. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. It was so much fun, especially because I'm such a passionate Disney lover. So here's the set. I hope you guys love it. Please give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Comment down below. Let me know which one is your favorite Disney movie. Let me know if you're planning to go see the movie this Friday or whenever you're planning to go. Thanks so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so, and go watch my Disney vlogs.